everybody. Welcome to a brand new year of ABA Inside Track Preview Editions. I'm your host, Robert Perry Cruz, and with me as always are my fabulous co-hosts.
Hello, Rob. It's Diana.
This is the new and improved Jackie in 2020.
Yes, it is here in 2020 where we're bringing you the best in podcasts about behavior analysis and behavior analytic research. Every week on ABA Inside Track, we take a great topic from the field of behavior analysis and we read some relevant research articles about it and then discuss.
That's
and
right.
We've been doing this for 3 years, and
Yep.
I guess we're going to be doing it for a fourth one. At least January's worth of a fourth one.
Still going.
So, yes, and these previews come in between. At the start of every month, we do one of these preview videos so that we can let you know what to expect in the coming months. And as you can see from our sign behind us, we
Big
do have
time.
a special event. We have a couple special events
That's
coming up this
right.
month, namely Diana's birthday is coming up.
Not just any birthday. If you look at the huge banner that we have,
That we've
Clearly made
that we've
special for me.
reused.
ABA Inside Track wishes a happy 40th birthday to Diana.
Yes.
By the way, that is not written on paper and then taped up to a
No.
different...
No.
It was well printed. Money well
Handcrafted.
spent. We're not
Yeah.
reusing a sign that we just happened.
Just happen
Well,
to have...
thank you guys so
Fortuitously
much.
So now
Yeah.
that we're
Now I'm 40.
now that we're in a brand
know.
new year, what other fun things are what other fun things are you hoping to have happen on your 40th?
I'm just happy I made
year?
it.
That's
That's
okay.
really it.
There you go.
From here on, you're just like happy to be
Low
here.
stakes.
I have nothing else I'm trying to accomplish.
Would
That
you
is
be,
nice.
Would you be happy with the gift of the topics that we're going to be talking about this month?
I would, actually.
What
I
if I
think
told
that
you
sounds lovely.
There's 4 topics this month
What?
Wow.
because it's a
What?
long month.
Serious?
I don't
This
know how
is
we
like
have this
How
every
does this
month.
November.
keep happening?
I don't know. It's very tiresome.
Okay, here's what we got.
So we
Let's
got
hear it.
4 topics. Even though a month technically has 4 weeks, this month we have 5 episodes, including this one. So we'll have 4 full episodes all about various
Amazing.
topics in behavior analysis. Let's talk about what they are, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I got my big.
It's quite a stack of paper.
I don't even have all of them here. Some of them are on the computer. I haven't even printed them all. The first topic we'll be talking about is sensory extinction. And we'll be reading a couple articles related to sensory extinction. The first is protective equipment as treatment for stereotypic hand-mouthing, sensory extinction, or punishment effects. I don't know if that's how they meant to be phrased, but there's a question mark. By Mazalewski, Iwata, Rogers, Vollmer, and Zarcone from the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, 1994.
So in upstate New York, we would say Zarcone, even though that's not how she says her name, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh, no,
Zarcone,
but like...
right?
Oh, yeah, but in like, we say calzone. Everyone here
yeah?
says calzone.
Ugh.
So where I'm from, we'd say Zarcone.
But here people say minestrone.
Minestrone.
Soup, and we always say minestrone.
I say
Me too.
minestrone.
Yeah, but anyway,
That's
just
unrelated sensory
Oh, okay.
extinction.
Sorry.
just
The next
fun.
article, What Makes Extinction Work? An Analysis of Procedural Form and Function by Iwata, Pace, Cowdery, and Miltenberger from the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, 1994. I feel like it should be What Makes Extinction Work? But that's not. There's no question mark on that one. I don't know.
Factual.
It's a mystery of this stuff.
That's awesome.
A methodology for distinguishing between extinction and punishment effects associated with response blocking by Lerman and Iwata from the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, 1996.
We're like rocking hard on our teenage
classic.
years.
I know. And then the
That's right.
sequel,
Mhm.
distinguishing between extinction and punishment effects of response blocking, a replication by Smith, Russo, and Lee from the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, 1999.
Ringing it out
Taking
like,
it back.
That's one
like
topic.
it's a new year. Partying like it's 1999.
And we'll also be talking about a really hot, it's a hot topic.
Hot
We're talking about
topic.
the interview-informed synthesized contingency analysis. I almost didn't think I
You
was
got it.
going to get it
Hot
that time.
topic.
And we'll be talking about that with a very special guest. We'll be talking with Dr. Adityan Rajaraman, and he'll be on the show talking all about his work on the ISCA. Well, his work with other people who did the ISCA. He did not invent it. He will be the first one to tell you that. But he's been enjoying some work with Dr. Greg Hanley, who did develop the ISCA. So he'll be here to share.
Enjoying some work.
Enjoying that work. He sounded really excited to talk about this.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it sounded very
he's always
enjoyable.
excited. Yeah.
Enjoyable to talk about. And so we'll be doing 4 articles. The first is an entry in the Encyclopedia of Autism Spectrum Disorders from 2018 called, Interview Informed Synthesized Contingency Analysis by Rajaraman and Hanley. Then we'll be reading Producing Meaningful Improvements in Problem Behavior of Children with Autism via Synthesized Analyses and Treatments by Hanley, Jin, Vanslow, and Hanratty from the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis 2014. And then moving into some more modern stuff with Nature and Scope of Synthesis in Functional Analysis and Treatment of Problem Behaviors by Slayton and Hanley from JABA 2018. And then Achieving Socially Significant Reductions in Problem Behavior Following the Interview-Informed Synthesized Contingency Analysis, a summary of 25 outpatient applications by Jessel, Ingverson, Metras, Kirk, and Whipple from JABA, also in 2018.
Ooh.
Those, you better start reading those now, because those are some thick articles.
Yeah, they're girthy.
And then... There's only 2 topics. I thought I could have
Yeah,
sworn we were almost
two.
done.
Now we're on number 3.
Our third topic for the month
Lots of homework.
will be, we haven't really come up with our funny title yet, because I know the one I would want to call it would be how to talk to non-behavior analysts without even trying, but we already used that topic title. So it's a similar vein, something along the lines of everybody hates behavior analytic language, or something like that, because it's pretty much what the topic will be.
Right.
How to use behavior analytic lange in a way that nobody knows that's what you're talking about, maybe. I don't know. We'll workshop it. We got
Funny thing happened on the way to the language forum.
That's maybe. I don't know.
We'll workshop it and get back to you.
We'll figure it out. But basically the topic is that nobody likes a lot of the terminology that we use in behavior analysis, and what are we to do about that? And the answer is tell them to suck it up. It's great language and it's very precise.
Not true.
No? I got to read these articles.
Well, it is true.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer.
That's not the answer. No, I know
that
that's
is true
not the
too.
Answer.
There's so many answers.
There's a lot of answers. Too many answers to talk about now. So let's just tell what articles we'll be reading.
Then
Fine.
you can find out the answer.
And then
Spoiler.
you can find out the answer. Or you can wait and listen to us and then pretend that was your answer too. Or disagree. The articles From Technical Jargon to Plain English for Application by Lindsay, Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, 1991.
We've all been talking about this in the early 90s, guys.
Oh.
We got to do something about it.
Then we're going to jump into the more modern era with normative emotional responses to behavior analysis jargon, or how not to use words to win friends and influence people, which again, we kind of semi-stole some of that title for that old episode way back when. And that's by Critchfield, Dobke, Epting, Bensarevic, Reed, Fienup, Kremsreiter, and Eckott from Behavior Analysis and Practice 2017.
All those are great last names.
Great. Excellent.
And then I think we actually even might have slightly mentioned that in that way old episode, but we hadn't read the article. So now we're going to get to read the article.
Right.
And then on the social acceptability of behavior analytic terms, crowdsourced comparisons of lay and technical language by Bensarevic, Critchfield, and Reed. And that's in The Behavior Analyst 2016.
Great.
Yep.
Fun. But guys, we're not done yet. We still have one more
Still
topic.
one
Wait,
more, which I've not
there's
printed.
more.
I've not even printed these out.
No, I will take over since I have them available for me. So for our last topic for January, we thought we would do the topic of lying behavior.
I'd be lying if I said I have to move. There we go. Sorry. Technical stuff.
It's fine. I don't know. I just thought that would be kind of an interesting topic, and
It's
there's
the
not
new
a ton
year.
of research out there,
Maybe that's someone's New Year's resolution to stop lying.
right? Yeah.
Maybe.
But it's complicated, and we'll talk about that
Sure.
in the episode. We won't have to talk about it now. But
Right.
we are going to review 3 different articles related to the topic, and the first is titled Teaching Deception Skills in a Gameplay Context to 3 Adolescents with Autism. That's by Reinecke, Newman, Kurtz, Ryan, and Hemis, and that was in the Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders, 1997. Next, we're going to talk about teaching children with autism to tell socially appropriate lies.
You do look great.
Oh, really?
You don't look 40 at all. JK.
Thanks.
I did
Jackie.
listen to your podcast.
Sounded really good.
That's great.
That's by Bergstrom, Najowski, Alvarado, and Tarbox, and that was in the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis 2016. And then finally, we will talk about temporary, inconsistent, and null effects of a moral story and instruction on honesty by Souter, Stocko, Lazinski, and Moline, and that is in JABA Hot Off the Press 2019.
Moral
Awesome.
story. It sounds like Bible stories or something.
A morality play. Yeah. So that's it. That's what we're going to do in January.
It's a lot.
That's a lot in January. Are we going to do anything else in January, guys?
Yeah, so I was thinking with you all when we had our family dinner because that's something we've started in the new year, is having family
With us.
dinners. All of us.
Yeah.
All of us having family dinners.
That's right.
And we were thinking about what, as a podcast, could we do for our New Year's resolution? And what we came up with is that we want to be more fun, more engaging.
There's a criticism we get. Our podcast is very boring and never funny.
It's not. Only one time, and it was the best negative review I've ever read. So thank you for that. And so we are going to have a lot of fun live local events.
Well, at least one.
We have one.
There's going to be more.
We're going to plan for
We'll
one.
see how that one
See how
goes.
it goes.
We're going to plan for one. So local peeps in the Massachusetts area, we will be hosting a behavior analytic trivia night at a local brewery late January, early February.
Yes.
So we will give you more details when it is actually the time for that to happen. But it should be fun, about 2 hours, drink or not drink, answer questions about behavior analysis, come
Or not.
or not,
Or
but
not.
learn what your friends don't know about behavior analysis or do know.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, so that's one thing that we're going to do for our New Year's resolution is be more engaging and fun outside of podcasting.
Sounds
So-
good. We've been scouting out some local areas to
Yep.
do trivia. That was a lot of fun.
It was
And
fun.
then we're excited to have people come out and kind of enjoy talking about behavior analysis in a big public event, and then probably do see if we can maybe raise a little money for charity. We thought it'd kind of be a good way to
Bless you.
Sorry.
celebrate the community, and then probably see if we can raise a little money for maybe something local need in the community.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fun January activities, episodes, and a trivia night. How nice.
Ta-da!
And cake.
Cake.
Did we
Cake.
also share one of the presents that Dinah did not know she was going to get? It was a surprise present from a very special listener out there who sent us a little special recording.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
haven't shared this yet. You might have actually heard this because it was on a couple of the episodes in December, but we were very fortunate in that Dr. Jim Carr, you may have heard of him, but he sent us a newly recorded copy of the ABA Inside Track theme
So
song
good.
for us, with a lot of extra cool flourishes. He was
Very
actually
cool.
in the studio. He's a musician, if you did not know, and he was recording in the studio, and he said, I'm gonna whip up a little something extra for
Spruce
you
it up.
guys, because the original recording we got on some hey, buy a royalty free thing for like $20 or something. So it was nice to have a really special,
Yeah.
cool,
Yes,
very
it's
well
really sweet.
musically recorded version of the old theme song.
Thanks,
So
Dr.
happy.
Carr.
Thank
you, Dr. Carr. So yes, you might have heard it in a couple of the episodes, but I know that everything coming out this month, I think we had a couple in December, but if you said, that sounds way better than it used to, that's why. So thank you, Dr. Carr, for
Thank you.
that. It was a great present for everybody.
It
Yes.
really was.
I thought
All
you were
right.
going to say the president of listener mail.
Me too.
Oh,
I
well-
thought so too.
Well, that would be the president
It's
of
like, nice
errata,
seg.
because it's time to move into the errata segment of the show. This is the part of the show where we read emails or talk about kind of general goings on in the behavior analytic community. So why don't we move into that? There's some technical difficulties.
I just can't. I have really bad vision for all of you listeners out there, and
It's
I
hard to
actually-
tell how well you can see on a podcast.
Yeah, I have a very bad vision. So much so that last night when my daughter was coughing and I didn't put my glasses on to give her some honey in the middle of the night, that I accidentally spilled honey all the way down my hall into her room.
Oh, no.
And I didn't know. And then this morning, my husband was like, "Did somebody sneak syrup? Like, how is there sticky stuff throughout
Oh,
our entire
God.
house?" And I was like, "Oh, that's probably me. I didn't put my glasses on." But
You're the only person I've ever met, Jake, who has actually worse vision than I do.
I've contacts.
I've never met anyone with worse vision than me.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, so errata, life,
Let's go.
listener
Let's do it.
emails. So one listener email that I wanted to give a shout out to was listener Brian. And he wrote an email commenting about our 100th episode, the history of ABA, with Dr.
Done that
Jeannie
many
Green.
episodes, really?
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he suggested that it's actually a good thing for us to do because a lot of master's programs don't give you a lot of history about ABA and like where we came from. And where we've come from. So I think this is it's a good episode to listen to if you're unfamiliar, with our dark past.
Our dark past.
Well, I mean, I think it's more complicated than that.
Yeah, it is.
And Gina goes into that a lot
Right.
in the episode. So I think that there's a possibility that the past is being sort of simplified and potentially misconstrued if it is covered in master's programs. And that's not a reflection on the programs necessarily, which we talk about as well. It's sort of the constraints of trying to fit in everything within that short time period. So I think it's worth a listen just because that is part of what we delve into. And it's fantastic to hear Gina speak on some of the founding fathers of our field.
I know. So if you thought that the history of ABA was Skinner, Lovaas, whatever you're doing today, guess what? You got a whole podcast episode to listen to to change your mind. There was a lot more going on than just that. Although what you're doing is very important. I'm not saying that. It's just, there's more to the history.
Yeah. Also, we had a listener, Katie, email us about adding a search feature so that you can look for episodes by keyword instead of names with no content in the title. And we get you. We have thought it was there, actually. Both Rob and I were like, it's totally there.
I think the thing is, if you go to the CEU page, so you go to abainsidetrack.com/get
we went there.
CEUs. What was I like? Because I was looking at something in a big magnifying glass the other day, and I said, I don't have to add this. It's right there.
Yeah, I don't know, but we went there.
Maybe it's because I was on like the creation side of it.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Let's do that right now. Everyone, you can watch us.
But so what we could do...
It is not there.
It's not there.
Oh.
So what you can do...
I don't know.
We're going to work on that, getting that there. But if you put in the content... So all of our episodes have tags on them. So if you go to Google and you write an ABA Inside Track and FA, then they will pop up for you.
Yeah, sorry.
For example. So whatever the tag keyword is that you're looking for, you can put AB Inside Track and then that
Social
topic
stories or
in Google, and then it will pull up the specific episodes that have those tags.
Right. So hopefully...
So it's not perfect, and we'll try to figure out how to get it on the website itself, but until then, that is a way that you can search for episode content.
Yeah. And then finally, I wanted to give a shout out to a new listener, Sarah. She's a fairly new listener to our podcast. She's been listening when she was on maternity leave and when she was on a break from school. She's in a program right now, and she hopes to be a BCBA by next year. I think you're going to totally do it. And so she said that she was really excited about the episodes because you can do them anywhere, and that's really nice. And she complimented Rob on holding his own during the Women in Behavior Analysis episode. And I replied, Rob never has a problem holding his own.
No.
Yeah. So she also recommended we get some Keep Responding merchandise. So if anyone else is interested in the Keep Responding merchandise, please let us know. We will try to figure out how we can get that for you because, we work for you.
I think that would be fun. I think we should do it.
Me too.
Yeah. So we'll keep you posted.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Add it to the list.
Cool. Well, that's it.
Well,
that's all
thanks.
I have.
Great. All right. Well, I guess
January.
that brings us to the end of our January preview episode. So, hope you enjoyed listening or watching us on YouTube. If you do, or you're excited, or someone mentioned, hey, there's some episodes of ABA Inside Track coming out in January 2020 you might like. Friend that I'm talking to at the moment. There's a lot of ways you can find our episodes. One way is certainly by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you like to get your podcast. If you do subscribe and you do like the show, please feel free to leave us a review. It definitely helps us get a sense of how we're doing out there. A couple other ways you can do that. Certainly you can find us on the YouTube page where these episodes also get posted. You also have the subtitling feature from YouTube there if you're so if you like to use that when you're listening to shows. You can also reach out to us on social media. We're on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram as ABA Inside Track. You can go to the website. We mentioned already, abainsidetrack.com. And of course, feel free to send us an email directly at abainsidetrack@gmail.com. Well, that brings us to the end of our preview episode. We'll be back next week with a full-length episode. But until then, keep responding. Bye!